back to Clear Talk. On today's episode, we're going to cover how to attract your ideal coaching client.
And then we discuss why you need to stop copying Russel Brunson.
And lastly, how many free coaching clients should you do before you start charging for your coaching? By the way, let us know in the comments down below, who is your ideal coaching client? Enjoy the show. Welcome back to Clear Talk. This is Monday, and I'm your host, Armin Shafi. This is my co-host.
Jeanette Odero.
And this is the #1 show for coaches who need clarity. If you want to join us every single Monday, we go live inside of the High Ticket Coaching Community group, which you can actually go to right now, highticketcoachingcommunity.com, and you can join that group because this is where we go live, guys. And by the way, everyone in the group, what's up? And we answer your questions to give you free coaching on your coaching business and your coaching goals, okay? And by the way, if you want to get your questions answered on this show, just go to askarmin.com and submit your question there, and then obviously be in the group so that when we go live at 12 p.m. Eastern Time every Monday, we can answer your questions live and we can have some fun. And so, by the way, if you're on YouTube right now, what I want you to do is hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell if you like content on how to grow a coaching business online, a high-ticket coaching business, because we release new videos every single week. And if you're on Facebook, guys, what's up, everybody in the group? Drop a comment down below. Let us know you're here. Say hey so we can say hi. And yeah, this is going to be fun. Let's. Is there anything else? Yeah, I'm so used to it being public, and we do so many different things, but now it's just make sure you join the group.
Yeah.
Post your question at askarmin.com, and yeah, pretty much hit subscribe.
Awesome. Well, it's great. I mean, I feel like we get new people joining the group every day. So for anybody who's new, welcome, hello. Obviously, stoked to have you here.
Yeah. We had a bunch of people actually join today.
Over the weekend and stuff. Yeah. I saw those.
Welcome to the group.
Hello. Welcome home. To the other, anyways, for questions.
Okay, so here's how the show works.
They can come home. This is home.
Here's how the show works. You submit your questions at Ask Armin. We get them here on the computer. One by one, we go through them, and we give you priceless coaching on how to fix it, do it, dance with it. You ready?
Always.
Okay, go with the first question.
Okay, question number 1. How do I find my ideal client? A lot of clients I've had don't excite me or make me feel happy to help them. Feels like babysitting. That question is from Amber C.
Babysitting clients. How old are your clients? I'm joking.
Well, if they're actually
imagine she's like, I'm a kindergarten coach. I just can't baby. I'm like, oh, wow. Okay, yeah, cool. I totally get it. I mean, yeah, this is definitely an issue with coaches where they generally feel like they're babysitting their clients. And that usually happens when you don't know how to attract high quality clients. And you also you that's your standard. You gotta also understand if you're getting clients like that, it's because you're okay with getting clients like that. I mean, I'll be honest, I don't babysit anybody anymore. I used to. I know what you feel like. Back when I was kind of just trying to figure myself out as a coach, and I'd work with clients, I was willing to work with anybody. Anybody who has money. If you got a number in your checking account and you can send that number over to me, and it's like $1 or 10 grand, it doesn't matter to me. You can be my client, and I'll work with you because I need you. And so that opened up the door to like any type of quality of client, low quality, high quality, and there are qualities of clients. There are people that are serious and coachable and determined and committed and willing to do anything, and then there are clients that just want to kind of fumble and flirt with the idea. They're closed-minded. They have terrible personalities, which technically means why they need you as coaching. But my point is that they're harder to work with. Does that make sense? And it's only because you allow those people into your business. And so just a couple tips on this. One, don't allow that. Like when you qualify a client, like I do interviews with people I want to bring into my coaching program. I don't sell anybody. I've turned away people. Legitimately, yeah, no, this is not a fit. Why? It's just not a fit. I don't think I'm the right coach for you. What I'm really saying is I don't think I want you in my program. I don't want to deal with you every single week, because yes, you're here because you need a coach, but you got to really want a coach. not just need it.
Yeah.
You can't just need a coach. Everyone needs a coach. But the people that show you that they want one is the people I work with.
Yeah.
So interview them, qualify who you work with, because your sanity and peace of mind in the process is way more important than the money they give you, especially if you're charging little. Like if you're starting to get, you're not charging a lot. So there's no justification for even working with someone that's hard to work with, right? Other than getting practice. So so totally interview your clients. It's number one. And number two, set the standard when you start coaching, okay? Like when I get on calls, I charge high ticket for what I do because what I give and results are high ticket. And it's a premium result, right, for a premium price. And when I start with the client, I let them know, like, hey, here's how this works. Like, you know, and I've had clients come in, like, asking for favors off the bat. Off the bat. Can I do this? Can you do this for me? And I just go, look, listen. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Are you interested? Are you serious about getting this result you told me? Yes, I am. Okay. And if I can get you there, does it really matter to you how we get there? Well, I mean, I guess not. Well, if I get you there, no matter what, it doesn't matter what the process looks like. Yeah, no problem. So do you trust me? You're going to have me be your coach, right? Do you trust me? Yeah, I trust you. Okay, great. So we're going to do it this way. You got to learn how to go through this part on your own. I'm not going to do this for you because you don't need it. And if my other clients didn't need it and they became successful, there's no reason why you need it, right?
Yeah.
I'm the person here who knows how to get you there. Don't worry about anything else. Okay? And you set the standard. Oh, no, well, I don't want to do this if this is like, okay, if that's a make or break for you, this is probably not a fit for us. You got to be willing to, like, cut off the wrong clients. End of story. Okay? So repeat the question one more time as well. I want to make sure we actually hit the answer properly.
Yeah. How do I find my ideal client? A lot of clients I've had don't excite me or make me feel happy to help them.
Yeah.
Feels like babysitting.
Yeah. So my those two tips were more for when you are qualifying the client to, you know, close.
Yeah.
Start the client. Like it might not be about attracting the right client, although it is, but I'm saying you could also have the problem that you are, but you just don't know how to set the standard with the client. So number one, set the rules from the beginning. Set the expectation. Here's how this works. Not your way, my way. Yeah. You came to me because you need help, not the other way around. Second of all, what was the first one I said? Because that was the second one. Second one was to interview the client.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, interview the client. Qualify the client. So, like, see if they're going to be a headache first. Second, set the expectations off the bat. Here's the third little tip. Charge a lot of money. Those kind of people don't exist. The babysitting clients don't exist past $3,000. They don't. They really don't. I mean, the exceptions, they come and go. Majority of clients that are paying anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 to work with you, right? They're pretty high quality. They get in. They're ready to go. Now, I'm not saying some of them, everyone's like that. No, I still get clients that still need a little bit more hand-holding, which is fine.
Yeah. Right?
That's why I'm here. But I don't ever get bad attitude people at that price. But nobody that has that kind of an uncoachable personality, the wrong like quality client or low quality client, will ever spend that kind of money. That's why they're in the low quality category, right? So upgrade your value. Okay, upgrade yourself so that you can charge that $5,000 to $10,000. How do you do that? Well, you know, there's a training in the group for high ticket coaching community on how to start and grow a high ticket coaching business, 5 stages. Go watch it because I show you exactly how to become a high ticket coach. And you need to have a program and not sell sessions and packages. You got to have a program, and that's why you can charge $5,000 to $10,000. That would be the solution to that. If you're on YouTube, check it out. Go to my YouTube channel. There's lots of trainings there on how to go high ticket. I have trainings actually on how to charge high ticket. But that's like 3 little tips right there, right? So qualify, actually interview and qualify the clients you work with before you get them to pay you. Set the expectations from the start. Look what's allowed, what's not allowed, how this will work. And third, charge high ticket so that you scare away the low quality, uncoachable clients, which exists for low ticket coaching. Mm-hmm. They'll pay me $150 for a coaching session. Their life won't change.
Yeah.
Because nobody's life changed with a $100 coaching session. Nobody's. Nobody's. I challenge everyone watching right now. If you know one person in your life or yourself that has genuinely transformed their life or business from spending less than $500 or less than $1,000 with a coach, please post your story in the comments. I still have not met anybody. It's the weirdest thing. You think, what does spending how much money I spend have to do with the expectation or whatever? I don't know. I didn't make up the rules. I just noticed the facts. Mm-hmm. I'm like, wow. People who don't spend a lot of money, Like with one, like high ticket. I'm not talking about spends 10 grand and $500, $7 over 10 years. I'm not talking about that because you're just low ticket spending. I'm talking about the people that don't spend the 3, 4, 5 grand and up, and really 5 grand and up. Because even 3 and 4 grand, you find a lot of things here that the quality's low, and just because someone is low ticket thought they get charged high. But when you're charging 5, 7, 10, 15, 20, it's like a whole nother world. Okay, when you find coaches at that level, it's like a whole nother world. If you know someone or are someone, you're like, no, I spent $450 for a package of coaching for over 2 weeks or 4 weeks, or I spent $1,000 with the coach, and everything's changed. Like, you signed up for the thing and they got you that. And it's like, you've been good since. Please, tell me. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm just saying I haven't seen it yet. So more of the point there is, if you want to get high quality clients, charge high ticket. Okay? Now, let's talk about marketing, because you're saying, how do you attract those people? You need to have a marketing system. You got to have a marketing strategy. If you don't, you're going to attract anybody. Okay? It's the difference between you throwing your fishing rod in the middle of just a random ocean. Like, you don't really know where you are. Just what the hell it's going to catch it. Yeah. You put a little worm, you're like, let's see what fish catches my bait. It doesn't matter. It could be a shark. Yep. It could be a goldfish. Like, who knows? Anyone, right? So you're desperate. You're fishing for anything. Versus becoming a professional fisher. You know exactly what part of the lake, ocean, whatever, to go to. You're like, I know exactly the kind of sea bass that's fishing around here.
Good fish.
Is it good? Yeah. I know the salmon here. Got a filet mignon. That's steak.
That's steak.
I got what is it? I got a salmon fillet.
Salmon, red snapper.
Is there fillet?
Well, you fillet them after.
Okay, because they get prep meals and like it says fillet salmon.
That's what when they cut it, it's done and ready to go.
I know there's high quality salmon or sea bass right now just swimming under this part because I have a strategy here. I got a fishing strategy. Put it in the rod. I know exactly what they want. No. You know exactly the kind of fish you're gonna catch. And so if you are marketing, you're fishing for prospects, right? Like what's the difference? You throw your funnel, your content, your lead magnet into the... And it's like you could either wait around to see what grabs it. Like, you might get some random homeless dude like picking up the thing. Like, it could be anything in the ocean. That's your bait. Oh, God. It could be anything, some seaweed could catch it.
It's true.
You got fake accounts booking calls. Yeah. It's a false alarm. Oh, snap. It's coral. You got some coral. Okay? I turn American sometimes with my accent. You got some seaweed or coral, okay? And you're like, man, these are fake accounts. Like, book calls. I got a person booked a call. I don't know if it's real yet. I actually don't. I really don't.
Mr. FFF?
No, not that one. I mean, I got one last
night.
The
other one.
Well, the answers of the application were like not even answered. But I found the person on WhatsApp, the real. I was concerned. Like, how'd you answer this, man? Anyways.
Is it you? Are you here?
That's why I'm not saying the name.
We'd like answers.
That's why I'm not saying the name.
If this sounds like you.
If you're a coral.
If you know, you know.
So, you need to have a fishing strategy here, right? Marketing strategy. So, the way you do that is instead of being like every coach out there that runs around and just puts out random stuff like whoever is interested. No. Stop. First step, you need to know your WWHY formula. Who do you help? What do you help them do? How do you help them? And why are you different? Who do you help? What do you help them do? What do you help them do? How are you different? Sorry, how do you help them do it and why are you different? Okay? So, and that's in the training, by the way, the high-ticket coaching training. Go to highticketcoaching.com, dash in the middle of high and ticket, high-ticketcoaching.com. I talk about this. If you don't know that, you are fishing for anything. And so you attract babysitter clients. You attract low-quality clients that just don't care. And they don't really think you're the expert for them. They don't know yet. So that's why it's just an odd relationship. So I'll give you 3 tips on how to qualify when you get that prospect. Turn them into a high-quality prospect. Number 1, interview and qualify them. Choose them based on compatibility, right? Not based on affordability. Second of all, set the expectation off the bat. Here's how this works if you work with me. You set the ground rules. Make sure you do that. If you don't, the default is they think they have the ground rules. So in the absence of you commanding what's going to happen, they're going to think they're in charge. And that's the problem. You start babysitting, like now they can push around. I want this, I want that, and you're like, okay, because you never set the rules. Number 3, charge a high ticket price, $5,000 minimum. You won't get those clients. If you don't know how, talk to us, book a call. We'll talk to you about how you can get that done. Marketing strategy. You got to have a strategy. Who's your niche? What do you help them do? How do you help them do it? Why are you different? Boom. You go into the market, you fish for the high premium quality clients. And then you got to have a process you take them through. If it's just straight, here's some content, book a call on my calendar, you're going to get unqualified people on the call, okay? So, and quality is important. If you start doing calls to people that are interested in your coaching and like, you can get 100 calls and make 2 sales because you got all the wrong people. Or you can get 20 calls the whole month, make 10 sales because you got all the right people. I don't know about you, but I like quality, not quantity. I don't want to feel like I'm busy. I want to know that I'm busy. And the way I do that is I fill my calendar with high quality people. And I have a marketing system for that, so you need to get that set up. There's no way around this. There's no way around it. Okay, no way around it. So that's my answer.
Huge answer.
We got any questions, comments, Imad?
No.
Okay, awesome.
Huge answer, Amber.
Christian says, ha ha ha. Hashtag Coral.
Hashtag Coral.
Hashtag.
Yeah, Armin's answer was huge, and especially when we first started to do anything. I think Armin has used this like process of qualifying people to sell programs forever, and like that's probably one of the biggest things I learned was like when I started even working with the team is you don't just pick everybody. You can help everybody, sure, but you don't ultimately have to pick everyone. You've got to qualify people and make sure that they're people you want to work with. And that's not to say that we don't have people slip through the cracks. Sometimes we definitely have people slip through the cracks who aren't ready. They want it, like he said, but they're not willing to actually go the extra mile to put everything into place to actually work with you as a coach effectively. And you might still get those circumstances, and that's okay. It's something that you do have to recognize that as you continue to build your coaching business, that those people will start to fall off more and more as you start to get more clear and follow the steps and directions that Armin already said, which I think are great. In addition to that, I want to ask, do your clients feel like you're babysitting them too? Have you talked to them? Have you gotten surveys? What are their testimonials like? Like, what are they saying about it? What everything is like, how things are going? Maybe they like that. Maybe they like the fact that you give them a little more comfort or a little more babysitting, quote unquote. Yeah. You have I don't know if you know that for sure. Maybe they think that everything is perfect and that your program is everything that they may need, which means that you might have to go back and tweak your program, tweak your system, tweak how you're giving them the information and or coaching them. And lastly, I would say, I had it in the tip of my tongue. Ooh, bring it back, Jeanette. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. Coach Kynes.
I think it's time to move on.
Business. No, I have it. It's right here.
You have to fish for it.
Right? Let me get my thought back. And sometimes, see, there you go, it's back. And, sometimes where the client is at right now, and this is a part of like asking them how they're feeling about the program as well, is they might just be in a position right now in this moment where they need a bit more babysitting. And you've got to just figure out if that's something that you're willing to undergo or not, right? Like you gotta meet your client where they're at. They might actually be in a moment in this particular stage where a section of your program is gonna feel like babysitting. But maybe, they're just one breakthrough away. But I think that a big portion of, getting the answers that you need, because you didn't really state it, is asking your clients how they feel about how things are going.
In the beginning, it might be babysitting.
Yeah. Like, we don't know if she's like 1,000 years in or just starting out, but, it's sometimes they'll feel like babysitting. And, like, I think that might be a part of it. It's a part of the give and take of coaching. When is the right time to hunker down and, push them faster? When is the next time to coddle? We actually have a question like that, so that'll be a good thing to touch on.
That's good.
All right, next question. I want to start planning a retreat for my program, not including everything going on with COVID. Is there a certain amount of programs that I need to offer first? It'll be the most I've put into an offering so far. Oh, so he's talking like program retreat?
No.
That model? Like,
say it again.
Like basically it sounds like he wants to have a retreat. So, retreat means high ticket, lots of offering. Okay, I want to start planning a retreat for my program, not including everything going on with COVID. Is there a certain amount of like other programs that I need to offer first? It'll be the most I've put into an offering so far.
No, you don't need a ladder of programs. That has nothing to do with it. Just make your retreat and sell it. You know, that's it.
Not well. So I'm.
No, listen, if you're thinking about value ladders,
I am. Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking that that's what he like.
my dying breath, I'm gonna say stop the value ladder.
Have we talked about that yet?
No, but I keep talking to with my clients that come in with the wrong idea, because you're reading Russel Brunson stuff. Russell sells products. He's a very different marketing strategy than coaching. Okay, have you noticed he doesn't have funnels for his coaching programs that are 10, 25, 100K? He doesn't have funnels and if he doesn't market them, you don't see them because they're not for you, right? It's not the same strategy. You don't need ladders of products. That's not.
Let's debunk it.
Okay. The only time you spend like product, and then high ticket thing is when you have like information products that are like little by little, or you're trying to build an audience. If you ever see ads about download a free book plus shipping, buy my $97 thing, do this challenge, these are all just audience building strategies. They're not to make money. It's not how you build a business to make money. Do it to get audience. Okay, so you sell a book, 1,000 copies for $7, not to make money. You do it to build a list of people that you sell the high ticket to after. Okay, so you don't. Like I met a coach and she's brilliant, but like the strategy, I'm like, who taught you this? Like I have a $17 thing, $37 thing, $97 thing, and then I have a $2,000 thing, and then a $10,000. Like, why do you have so many things? Why aren't you just running ads to one thing that sells them on doing the 10K? It's way better. Oh, but I think I need it. No, you don't.
Yeah.
Until you've sold like $500,000 to $1 million of one high ticket program, you shouldn't be opening up this tiny little low ticket to build audience, because the only reason why you do that is once you've established a great system, product, and client results with your flagship, your main program, until you have so much results with this, the only time you go into low ticket is to find a new pipeline into the masses, into the people that don't know you, to open up a small window where they can just buy a little thing from you to learn about this thing. We don't have this thing set up though. All this other stuff is for nothing. It's like me digging the pipe. Mm-hmm. The whatever, what is it, trench? It's like me digging a trench to go nowhere. Where's it going?
Yeah.
Open the water comes through, goes, and just empties the other side. It just empties, it leaves, exits. For what? Where's it going? Build the pond first. Build the lake. Like, dig the thing that everything's gonna go to. That's called your high ticket program, your main program. Okay, I have SGC, speaking to clients in my main program. On the back end of that, there will be a high ticket, inner circle kind of thing. Not yet. I don't need it yet. Right? And I'm definitely not going to build some type of $500, $100 free thing up front. A free thing, sure, but not a low ticket thing. Sell this, sell that. Because that's only when the main program has had serious results. Like when I'm like maxed out in potential with how many people I can get into this from just a webinar and an ad. Yeah. Then I'm going to open up the 197 offer. The 97 offer, hey, come and learn how to get your first coaching client. Oh, do you need help building a business out of this now? Come book a call with us, right? Yeah. That's how you build the value ladder. You can't get mixed up with Russell. Russell's selling products. He's a product marketer. Sounds like things.
Yeah. But
you're selling coaching.
Yeah, I definitely hear that. I think, and I'm learning while you're talking a little bit, but in terms of, I'm thinking like a landmark module. They go one to the next, and then they sell you a bunch of other stuff.
But you're not a seminar company.
Oh.
It's a different business.
True.
It has nothing to do with coaching.
Yeah.
The biggest mistake, there's probably a list of biggest mistakes. So they can't all be biggest. A big mistake a lot of coaches make is they compare themselves to a completely different business model. Armin, but Tony Robbins sells seminar. You're not doing a seminar business. But Brandon Burchard has a book and a $97 offer and a $37 product planner in it. Bro, Brandon Burchard was charging 5, 10, 15 grand corporate executives, coaching them one-on-one for years first. That's what he did first. Then when that maximized, he built information products based off his results, and sold that to grow up a million plus audience. Because you can't do that one-on-one.
Truth.
You guys don't look at the whole picture. He didn't start with a book. I met a person. Well, I'm gonna have my book, and I'm gonna have a bunch of multiple courses I can offer, and da-da-da. I'm like, great, but like, who you? Brandon Bouchard. I'm like, okay. Well, do you have 5 years of millions of dollars in sales and one-on-one client successes to base all of those tiny things off? Oh, no. Because what you're seeing now is after years of him building the other type of business.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are trying to skip. Doesn't make sense. Does not make sense. Okay, so you're saying I want to build a pool in the balcony of my skyscraper? Okay, great. But like, do you have foundation built yet? No. Well, I wasn't thinking about that.
Mm-hmm.
That they're doing that stuff. They're decorating the outside of the building because it's built first. You're forgetting that the building has to be built first. Their businesses were based off simple models. They have a service as a coach. They found the client, solved the problem, did that over and over and over again, charged a lot of money for it. When they became client result expert, boom. Then they create the multiple little value ladder stuff to grow their audience beyond just their own network. So remember, main moral of the story here, value ladders in a business. It sounds great. It's a good mental masturbation thing. You sit there, you're like, ooh,
Mental
I
masturbation.
have a value ladder in my business. I'm a business person. No, you're not. Okay. I remember I spent like years wasting my time with this crap. Because I just thought I was doing something. I'm like, ooh, look, what's my value ladder? $100 seminar, $2,000 seminar, $10,000 thing. And I'm like, I'm just flirting with all these ideas. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Why? Because I read one book from Russel Brunson. I love Russell, love his stuff. I do it the right way. You know how many students we get in SGC that read his books? Yeah, I'm going to do this. I have my 5 funnels ready, and we just hired this website designer. Whoa. What's the program? It's literally what they look like. In my mind. What are you building all these pipelines to? You don't got a company yet, man. You don't even got an offer. What the hell are you doing writing a book? You don't got an offer. What the hell are you doing hiring a VA? You don't have an offer. What the hell you doing building a $97 funnel? What?
That's a swear word.
No, it doesn't matter. We're swearing now. It's fine.
Oh, yeah.
We're sorry.
What the hell are you doing building something less than $5,000? They go, Armin, how the hell do you jump from this to that? There's a way to do it. Wasting time. Anyways, that wasn't even the question. The question was,
Is there a certain amount of programs that he needs to offer first because he wants to plan a retreat?
no. Build your retreat, sell it. Nothing less than $5,000. If it's less than $5,000, don't sell it.
Awesome. Next question. I want to create a new program and help a different group of people than I originally marketed to. Should I change my branding or messaging? That question is from Richard.
Can you one more time say the question?
I want to create a new program and help a different group of people than I originally marketed to. Should I change my branding or branding/messaging?
If you want to build a new program, what does that have to do with your current branding and messaging? It's a whole new branding and messaging, no?
Mm-hmm.
No. If you have one program already, based off one offer, one niche, one everything, just create the second brand, second message, second offer. Do the same thing you did with the first one with the second one. You don't have to change anything. You create a new one, second one. But more importantly, I would say there's only 2 reasons why you want to switch your niche. One is you made so much money that you're bored with it now, so you're like, let me do the second one. Like, you kind of maximize the potential here. You're like, let me do a second one.
Yeah.
Other is you don't like the niche you're in. So if it's the money thing, unless you've sold $1 million in that one niche, you have no business writing a second one. Because if you can't make one successful, what makes you think you can make 2 successful? Now, if you don't like it, don't split your passion. Clearly, if you're miserable in it, just create the second one, and then the goal is to get rid of this one. So you focus on one. Moral of the story: focus on one. But don't build a second offer out until you've made 100 million, at least $1 million in sales with one offer. That's the right way to do things. I'm not saying you can't do 100 grand here, 200 grand there, you can. But like if your goal is to grow a sustainable, thriving company, one offer at a time until it hits the benchmark at least. So, but yeah, just make a completely separate. So we have speakingatclients.com, which is it's the same offer though. Same niche, just different angle I'm approaching it. Everything's same. One is for coaches who don't know how to get clients the right way. So I show them how to build presentations online to get it. The other one is highticketcoaching.com. It's the one you guys see in the group. This one is for beginners. How do you start a high ticket coaching business from scratch? They're the same offer, same program at the back end, but I have two different angles. I'm addressing two different people, two different niches essentially in the same niche, sub niche. You know? So I'm actually testing them now for the last couple of months to see which one works better, which one brings more clients into the gate, and then I'm gonna just focus on one. It's all testing at the end of the day. So, but that's not two different offers and niches like you're trying to do. My point is just make sure if it's because you feel like you've done enough with one, make sure you sold $1 million over minimum, or else you're wasting you're splitting your focus. So much more you can do here. But if you don't like it anymore, then yeah, like go straight to that. Do the same thing here. Start from scratch. New brand, new this. Do the market research. Watch the training I got. Like this will help you do this the right way. A lot of people do this the wrong way. They start building everything out in their head, start building everything out months and months, and then they go out and nothing works because they didn't test it first. They didn't go out to actually see before they did it all that if it's going to work. So that's my answer.
Awesome. Yeah, Richard, I think that really sums it up, especially with, being a coach in general. I think people, you can literally have one program forever, but, as a coach, you're going to build your own skills. You're going to grow and you're going to develop. So, you shouldn't be afraid to have another program. If you are, like Armin really said, like either you love it, you've done everything you can, you just want to jump on something new, or whatever circumstance is leading you to build this new program, yeah, just go for it. Whatever worked for the first time will work for the second. If it didn't work for the first time, though, that's where the problems might lie. And then you can just book a call. And we can see what actually is going to work in the future. So our next question comes to us from Shanice Ford. Yep. She says, I've learned so much that I want to coach about. How do I organize this learning into content to teach?
Before you can answer that question, there's one question from Omar.
Yeah.
He asked, how many free coaching would you recommend to test your program?
Okay. Which one do you want to answer first?
Yeah, I'm actually on the comment side. What's up, Omar? What's up, everybody watching? So it's not about, I don't want you to think about it that way, Omar. It's not about how many. It doesn't matter how many. For you, it could be 1 or 2. For the other person, it could be 20. It's about what's the goal. Until the goal is achieved with free coaching, you shouldn't move on. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's going to be 10 for you, if it's going to be 30 or 50, if it's going to be 2. Like, here's the thing. The question should be, at what point do I know I'm done free coaching?
Yeah.
Not how many free coaching sessions, because it doesn't matter. It's like being in the car and saying, how many streets should I cross before I stop driving? No. How do I know when I get where I'm going? Mm-hmm. Okay, so where are we going with free coaching? Coaching. You don't test your program. That's not what free coaching is about. You test your content. You practice your content. But that's like one of the side effects. The major purpose for free coaching in the beginning is market research. Now, what in market research are we looking for? We're looking for the WWHY. We're looking for who is the people looking for this right now? Mm-hmm. Who am I helping? When I offer free coaching, who is taking that offer for free? And so that is going to show us who is wanting this. Yeah. Right? Also, who are you liking working with? Because it's your choice at the end of the day who to base your business off of. Then there's the what. What are you actually helping them do by the end? Like, what are they looking to do? What are they looking to get? What is the end specific result? What's that specific end result you're now doing for them or they're asking for? So it's the second W. The H is how. What is your process? Now, you can't do a whole coaching program with one free client. I mean, some people can. So you could take it on for 8 weeks and just work with like a group of people and just do it all for free. It really depends on whatever floats your boat and what you like better, right? The most efficient way is to do one-on-one, do small wins within that big program you're going to create and see if you can get them results with smaller things you're going to teach in the program. And that way you get a ton of practice, but you also get quicker results, you get testimonials.
Yeah.
And so the how is for you to understand your process. What am I going through with this person? First, I'm always asking them about this part of their life or this part of their business. That's what I'm always doing. Okay, that's the first step then. Boom, boom, boom. And you created this rough draft of a coaching an outline, right? It's in module 2 for you. And then there's the why, and the why is your new way. Like, when I get on the call with these people, these coaching sessions, you're gonna ask them something like, what have you already tried to kind of fix this or to get this goal and it hasn't worked? And they'll tell you all these things, and you're gonna figure out, wow, I do this thing differently. Mm-hmm. So this is the why I'm different, because I have this new way of doing it. And I noticed that most people don't try this.
Yeah.
Or they don't think about trying it like this. And so you create a new way. So WWHY. Once you got that figured out, you got your marketing blueprint figured out, and you got serious market research. You got 3 major assets here. Number 1, testimonials, because you need those testimonials to sell for a price later, okay? Because you need client social proof. Testimonials. Second is the practice for the content, right? You actually go out, you try this stuff. You go, okay, so and because you're not charging money, it's totally ethical, because what are they losing? Time? Like, you're also losing, like, it's a fair exchange. You're kind of testing it. You earned a testimonial, right? But you're testing you're practicing your content. You're like, oh, this worked, oh, it didn't work. That's important as well, right? If you're really starting out from scratch. Now, you're actually a professional in what you do. You don't need much of that right now, because you already know the content works. And testimonial is really what you need, though. Like the way I teach it in the program. Third, the most important to me, which is first, but I'm just saying the last but the greatest one, is market research. You need to, when you stop doing free coaching, when you're finally clear. You got a solid bulletproof marketing blueprint, the one I give you in module 2, okay? So when you can figure out your marketing blueprint assets, all the things in there, and you're like, I know exactly what I do, and it's clear, and you bring it onto one of the coaching calls with us, and I look at it, I go, yeah, this is clear. This is great. It's a great offer.
Yeah.
Then you stop free coaching. You go straight into grow an audience, do your beta launch, test the offer at a price point. Then when you know the price point sells, boom, go high ticket, build out the funnel, you get in book calls for this thing. That's exactly what I did to build the 6-figure online business we're doing now, right? It's exactly what everyone else is doing that succeed in this business. So I hope that answers your question, by the way. So you do free coaching to get the market content assets you need to build out the program, the offer, everything. So you do that. You sell the beta version of your program to test your program. So you said test program here. That's the beta. So you actually charge money for that, beta, to actually go through the entire program. And then, last but not least, you're charging high ticket for what you do. Does that answer your question, Omar?
Shout out Omar. He is a member of our
SGC.
Our SGC
Great reframe on the question.
Community.
Got it. Good. Yeah, man. And here, can I give one extra bonus value on this? I'm gonna have it open here. We get asked a lot in SGC, and just like when I talk to lots of coaches, I get on so many calls per week, and I always get asked these questions like, how much of this should I do? How many of these should I do? Mm-hmm. How much time should I put in my business?
Is there a magic number?
Yeah, they're trying to find a structure on how to execute. Mm-hmm. Wrong way of thinking about it. You shouldn't need structure on how to execute. You should need structure on, what the game plan is.
Yeah, the learning maybe.
Yeah, the like how to approach the goal, right?
Yeah.
We don't need structure. Like, let me give you an example. Or they're really looking for a bare minimum. You see, This is
All right. Yeah.
This type of thinking doesn't work in business.
Yeah.
You can't think like this. You're really looking for the benchmark, like Armin said, at least 3 hours a week.
Yeah.
So what you're gonna do is, and I'm not saying everyone's like this, but what I noticed is, when people ask for the how much, the numerical and like the standard minimum, it's because they're trying to see, not only are they trying to see how to schedule it in, I'm not saying they won't, or how to do it.
Yeah, scheduling is different.
But really, at the back of their mind, they're wondering, how much work do I gotta actually do?
Yeah.
That's really, like, very deep level. Most people, not everyone, most people are like, how much work do I have to do, man?
Yeah.
How much is Armin saying? Now, it's funny, because I turn around like, you need to spend every week, like, you need to spend 12 hours a day. They go, right? Because they're, like, hoping I say some easier number. Or I could be like, well, just an hour a day. But I should not control how much action you take.
Yeah.
It's not my question to answer. Now, here's what I want to say. Is it as a universal answer to all questions around how many hours should I put in? How many clients should I do? How many times should I try something before I stop trying? How many this, how much that, how much? General answer for all of this, as many until you get the result. And if you think like that, you will succeed faster than the ones who budget their time.
Yeah. Not
saying that don't schedule your time. I want you to understand. It's not about, I'm not saying just don't be structured. I'm very organized. Every day, I have a list of things like, blah, 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 blah. I know exactly what I'm doing back to back. I'm very organized. But I don't put a limiter or a minimum on how much work I do.
Yeah.
That's why I'm succeeding so quickly. Momentum is quick because I don't either try to stop it. It's like saying I'm on the road. How fast should I go before I put the brakes down? Or how fast should I at least go before I'm like driving?
Yeah.
If I said minimum 20 kilometers or miles, maximum 100. So what's going to happen is you're in that range now. What if you could do 200 if I hadn't told you anything?
Yeah.
What if your minimum was 50 and not 20? You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to box your purpose and your goal into a timeline or a thing. So
Huge.
I got people, how many hours a day should I do social media? Should I post in groups? Should I make ads? Should I, whatever, work with clients? Do this, whatever. What's your goal? Well, I want to do 100 grand this year. Okay. So, you ready? Here's how much time you should put in. From now until you make 100 grand.
Yeah.
Every waking moment you have that's not going to some other primary thing that's important in life, kids, work, let's say you have I'm not saying take away from that.
Yeah.
But every other second, other than the primary instinctive necessities of your life, from now till you got the goal, don't stop. And it's funny because that sounds like it's never ending. Ironically, you achieve your goals much faster than the person who's like, well, I'm only going to do 5 hours a week, or minimum 5, or no more than 20.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? We got Omar back. Basically, whatever it takes. Yeah, man. But even more, I'm making it more like simplistic to understand. It's not just whatever it takes. That's very motivational. I'm saying from now until the goal is hit.
Yeah.
So how much free coaching should you do, Omar? I'll tell you right now. From now, for the first session until as many sessions until you feel completely clear on what you do.
Yeah.
That is the real answer. And by the way, I was with a super high ticket client, a more private client yesterday. Right? So like you don't even know about it. I don't really offer this.
You don't know about that kind of stuff.
Stop! Don't do that.
So, no,
I love
I'm just
Omar.
kidding.
Omar's a sweetheart, man.
But
We had a great. By the way, Omar, our SGC coaching call, the niching, why we need to niche, and all that. That was such a good session with you on that call. I took it out and I put it in the course. I'm like, man, this is why it's critical to niche. Watch this, and that was such. You brought in such a beautiful perspective on why people don't think like they should niche. And the answer was so good. I'm so excited. I'm like, man, I wish my entire program was just built off live sessions where I just handle things.
coaching calls, man.
Coaching calls that's what you really pay for. I think like man, I can't wait to
Creme
get
de
you
la
on call.
creme of the
Yeah, so I love you. You're a sweetheart. But what I'm saying is yesterday I was with a private client, okay? So essentially I took SGC and I do it with them in person. It's a lot more expensive. It takes a lot more time. I don't really want to sell them. It's for people that have a lot of money, but they don't have time, so we do it for them. Anyways, I'm with this person. You know what? We're building out their marketing blueprint. So they have the new concept of how we do coaching, how we build a business here is very new to them. So they had paid like 60, 70 grand to other people, 35 here, 20 there, And their online business wasn't working. And this person makes about $250,000 a year, you know? They saw me and they're like, you do a lot more than me, but you make a lot more than me, but I do a lot. But you do a lot less. What's the thing? I'm like, well, your strategy's wrong. They go, what do you mean? So we talked. They became a client. Yesterday, they were at my office, and we were just working on this stuff. And we were just spending 5 hours on just the marketing blueprint. Yeah. Just like, who do you help? What do you help them do? And this person's been in business for 13 years, Omar. Think about that. 13 years. They have a serious track record. They change people's families' lives. This person's like, honestly, like a modern-day disciple. Like, I don't know. They're a prophet. It's insane. I'm a huge fan. Like, they're really good at what they do.
Yeah.
And I was trying to boil it down to marketing blueprint. And so I'm like, who's your favorite client that you've ever worked with? Like this person. They came to me first. They were like total disbelief. They pretty much came to me as a challenge. Like, I challenge you to change me. If you can change me, you can do anything.
Yeah.
Because my life is so messed up. Like, their kids were on cocaine.
Damn.
Like, father was abusive. They were suicidal. It was insane. This person, within 6 months, completely different person. The husband noticed, came to see the coach, the person I'm working with now. They're like, what did you do to my wife? They're like, here's what I did. And then they changed. And the son saw it, the suicidal son, that are on drugs, saw the parents fall in love again. They're like, this is inspiring. Came and fixed to the coach. Then the older 76-year-old mother of the mom, is like, what did you do to my daughter? I've known her for 40 years. I've never seen her this different. She comes and starts working with the coach. So this entire family came and became a client of the client I'm working with.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful so the client I was with yesterday, I'm like, give that client a call. I want to talk to him, the coach I was working with. We called this person. He's like, oh my God, hey, how are you? we're like, can we ask you some questions? Can we ask you some questions? We're trying to build a whole new marketing strategy online to get more people like you to help. And all I did was 10 minutes, asked the client a bunch of questions about what my WWHY. I'm like, what did they actually help you do at the end of the day? Like this. I'm like, okay. What do you do, by the way? Oh, I'm a teacher. I do this. I'm a mom. Okay, awesome. How did they do it? Well, they did this. And I'm like, okay, what if you saw an ad or a post or a webinar that said how to do this without that, and I gave her some things, she goes, oh my God, yeah, that one worked, oh no, that one wouldn't, that one worked, and we finally hit a really good signature marketing message, which comes out of your marketing blueprint module 2, Omar.
SMM.
And I said it, and she goes, I would opt into that, and I'd probably buy. I'm like, done. I spent 15 minutes on the phone with the person. See, I took one client, built out the entire clarity for her marketing strategy. So my point to you is you might have to do 30 sessions for free to figure that, to get to that point. But this person, we took one client, changed her entire life. I don't recommend that most of the time because you shouldn't base your business off of one client. But
remember, it was one client based on 13 years of experience.
Yes. So this is the big difference. That she's been doing this for a while, and when I confirmed with her, she's like, yeah, this is literally... Yeah. This person's like my perfect ideal client. Like I've done this for 13 years, but she's like the perfect idea of it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so we're taking this, we're going to start with her as a representation of the type of people you want to work with.
Yeah.
So, so we built her entire marketing strategy out from one client's thing. And also looking at her other clients, like I looked at all of her clients she already has. I'm like, how many are this? We did T-charts. Like I'm like, how many, okay, this person's single or married? Married, single. We found most of the things are married with kids. And then the rest of her program clients are kids that got brought in by the parents. So I'm like, so you help families? Yeah. Audience, families, done. She goes, oh, okay, that makes sense. Boom, 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 boom. We got so clear. She was like walking out, like vibrating. She's like, I'm so excited. She's like, I've spent so much money on online, like millionaire 7-figure. 35 grand, this guy make my course. She spent so much money. She goes, Armin, like, I have not been as clear as I am just having worked with you in the last like 5 hours. Like, hey man, that's why I charge the small bucks.
Proof is in the pudding. Proof is in the pudding.
We charge a big bucks, okay. Premium price for premium results, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, she left like with this clarity. And so now we're helping her build a webinar. Like I'm working with her one-on-one, right? Webinar, we built her entire funnel out. Her entire automation, everything's done. Like she's within a few weeks, she'll have an entire online business running. Start running ads. Boom. I'm even going to show her how to run the ads. Like make the ads with her. Anyways, my point is, for her it was one client. The goal was not how many, but when we get there. How long until we get there? You don't know. Everyone's road is different. But get there. When you get there, done. Graduate to the next step. You rock too, man. Love you so much. Okay, great. That was a good question.
So let's get back to Shanice's. I've learned so much that I want to coach about. How do I organize this learning into content to teach?
This is a new question?
Well, you just didn't answer it because we answered Omar's first.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's the fourth question.
Yes, this is fourth.
Okay. So what's this from who?
So Shanice, I've learned so much that I want to coach about. How do I organize this learning into content to teach?
Hold your winter wolves.
Winter wolves?
You're gonna say horses.
Huskies? You know those people? I was gonna say horses. I was gonna say horses.
Winter wolves for husky dogs.
No, hold on. I was gonna say horses. But you know me, I want to change up the most modern day mainstream.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about the person in like the winter that does this with the wolves. Yeah. What are that called? Huskies?
It's a dog.
Hold your huskies. That sounds so cute.
Winter wolves.
Hold your
winter wolves.
Hold your Eskimo huskies, okay? Hold your cabbage. No, it's cabbage. My brain's all over the place. Hold your carriage. No? Is that Santa Claus?
It's a sleigh.
Sleigh. Hold your sleigh and your huskies. Hold it all.
What are Armin's references on?
Hold your elephant in India as you're riding it. Hold whatever you're driving right now. Okay?
Your kangaroo in Australia.
There's one more step you need to take from I know so much and I want to coach people on organize them. There's one step you're missing in the middle. It's the most important step. It's what bridges you from where you are to qualify to coach a person. It's called doing it. I just want to make this clear. I'm making an assumption you just learned it. Because that's what you said. Read it.
I've learned so much that I want to coach about. How do I organize this learning into content to teach?
I'm going to give
So it doesn't say new content, but...
I'm going to give 2 answers. One is for if you're saying you have just learned a lot.
Yeah. And you want to start.
And now you want to start coaching people.
Yeah.
I'm going to answer that first because I have integrity. I want to help you out here because no sustainability will come out of an empty bucket. Nothing. Okay. Then I want to answer you if you actually have all the results in your life from what you learned. I'll answer you that, which is hoping what you're asking for, but I just got to make sure you're qualified. Ain't no BS here. I'm going to tell you to go out there and start charging money coaching like a cowboy. Okay, if you don't got the track record, okay? Number 1, if you have just learned a lot, next step, go do it. Make sure you got results in your life with what you know first. Whatever you learned about, if it's mastering your mind, make sure your damn mind is mastered. If it's about personal growth, relationships, or love, make sure, if I look into your life, you have the ideal situation that your client would want. I'm just giving you a heads up here. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm being honest. I love you. I care about you. But if you start building on an empty foundation, you will get stuck. You'll be in a business where you're like, oh my God, I just did all this work. People are paying me. What do? I feel like a fraud. Imposter syndrome. Beep, beep. You know? Start like, you know, you're... Malfunction, right? You're going to start melting, okay? Because you're being, like, unintegrable. You ain't being real. You're not being authentic, okay? So make sure your life represents what you know. Secondary, after that way, it's not done yet. We're not done yet. There's more. Make sure you can help some other people first for free with what you have done in your own life. Make sure it works for them because maybe it's just a fluke. Maybe you're a unicorn. Got to make sure. The only way you know something works is first do it, then do it for someone else. Now you know it works. Yeah. Multiple times, they're like, okay, this stuff works. Okay, now we talk about how do I teach this stuff to other people. Okay. Does that make sense? It's like, think about, great example. Think about any profession you pick up. Yeah. Okay. I first learned to speak English as a child. I learned a lot. I learned contractions, how to spell, quantum physics, grade 2. I learned English. Well, now I'll go through the school system. I learned first. Yeah. What do I do next? I start using it in life. Yeah. I'm using it. Now, if I suck, they put me in a class called ESL, which I was in grade 4. Just because I was Persian. Can you believe that? I spoke perfect English. Racist. Okay. You start doing it in your own life. Guess what? Now, your immigrant parents start saying stuff like, what? And you help them. Mom, it's what? It's not ice cream. It's not, what they say? Vanilla ice cream. It's vanilla ice cream. Wow. She'd be like, nice to meeting you. Like, no, Mom, it's nice meeting you. Or it's nice to meet you. See, I did it in my life, helping them do it in their life. Yeah. Okay, shout out to all the immigrant families here.
I feel just this story and me are one.
So the English is now transpired for free to my mother.
Ah, yes.
She's learning. I'm like, oh, this works. Yeah. All right, okay. Now, I'm like, well, I want to become an English teacher. Great, go to school, get a degree in teaching, you start teaching. Okay, there's a process, an evolution. Now, that's an academic version. I'll give you another version. First, I'm really overweight. I learn a lot of things because I want to lose weight. So I hire people, whatever I did, boom, lose weight in my life. Okay, damn, this works for me. I know how to do it for me. Okay, help a couple friends out. They lose some weight too. Damn, this works for you. Now, let me take what I learned from me and helping them and put it into a thing to teach. Everything is like this. Everything. Someone who's a pilot instructor, basketball coach, was first a basketball player most of the time. Most of the time. Not all the time. Most of the time. Basketball player first. What did you do before that? Got good at basketball. Then became championship. Like, they were good at it. Then they went into teaching it. Yeah. Why would coaching be any different? Just because there's no coach police? There's no regulatory organization that comes up like, you're not allowed to do that. Just because they don't exist doesn't mean it's right. No. Okay. You got to earn. You got to become a person that can teach. Number 1. Okay. Please. Listen to your heart and your conscience. Right there. Remember my voice for that. Now let's talk about, let's say you are qualified. Yeah. Okay. No problem. Here's what you do. Take all the content you know, everything you know. Go out there and start doing free sessions with people, just on the topic that you want to be a coach in. Okay, that's it, simple. As you coach them, start to document. Don't just sit there on your phone drinking tea and like talking to them like you're Dr. Phil. I need you to actually focus. During the session, remember and record down what you're doing with them.
Record.
If you don't record it, you can't measure, you can't analyze, you can't make something out of it. So you sit there and go, okay, wait, what was that question you asked again? This, boom. Question. Okay, here's the answer. Write your answer. Did that make sense? Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, awesome. Boom, approved answer. You got now a coaching question you can answer in client calls. Okay, you keep doing that. But like, what's the first thing I did with this person? What's the second thing? What's the third? What's the fourth? What was the end result? Boom, you create this whole outline. Like, oh, that's how I know and how to teach someone else to do something I've done and what they do. Right? What someone else does, by the way, a client, might be different than what you did slightly because your circumstance was different, but theirs is different than yours. That's why it doesn't matter if you've done it yourself only. You got to do it with others for free first, and then you could charge for it. So take everything you know and try to break it down like into a road map, right? It's like, here's where they are, here's where they want to go. What are all the major steps they have to take between here and there on the subject matter that I want to be a coach on that can help them get there? That's how you organize content. I hope that helped. And I hope that made you laugh. Hold your huskies.
I think that was a great answer. We're just about up for time today. So anything else you want to add? We got any comments before we sign off?
No, we're good.
Awesome. Wow, guys, great questions. Of course, Armin, you want to do your regular sign off?
What do I do? All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Clear Talk. We go live every single Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time inside of the highticketcoachingcommunity.com. You can go there right now, join our group, and you can be a part of this live experience where we have laughs and start the week right. Okay, and by the way, if you want your questions answered on this show, then you got to go to askarmin.com, submit your question, join the group afterwards, and we will answer it on the show as much as possible, as fast as we can. And if you're watching on YouTube and you enjoyed today's content, want more free trainings, more YouTube videos, more cool content on how to grow and scale your coaching business and start one as well online, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell. Until we see you next time, go and make the rest of your week the best of your week.